All right. It's kind of taking a break. Texted friends who, I don't know. It's midnight. People are still wondering if I actually want to go out or not. I don't know. But I was going through my political folder, ones that are old, that, as I said, I don't like how everybody else, I got to upload videos every day. They're doing it because they are monetized. Me, this is just, I feel like just spouting shit. I love when people, I just thought about this. I love when people come at me about why you bitching, why you whining, because I'm talking about personal experiences and just the dumb shit that you guys do, and I'm calling it out. That's whining. Okay, so LeBron, when he fucking whines like a little bitch, especially over topics he doesn't even know what he's talking about. As a matter of fact, this is one of them. Funny how we're not calling out China's racism. Remember when LeBron, I call out injustice where I see it. Really? Because the whole thing with Hong Kong and all that shit, you shut up and dribbled for that. I love how these, as I said, they want to say I'm whining while you got people like Wendy Williams having a fucking talk show. It's like, so they're not whining? Why is it? What? Because they're known? But here's the thing, Joe Rogan is known, and y'all want to silence him, but he's known, he's rich, but you want to silence him? No, so it's got, they get to talk because they're rich. Okay, get a whole bunch of other people that are rich that you're trying to silence. So, yeah, don't even start with the whole, you're just a small YouTube channel. And no, this is about life experiences. That's it. We all get to talk. Freedom of speech, bitches. This is the United States. We all get to talk. You motherfuckers haven't won anything yet. You haven't killed us conservatives off yet. We're literally going, bring it. We seriously, it's like, y'all want to start a war, stop talking about it and do something. So, as I said, I love when people want to try and tell me to be quiet. What are you talking? Why are you whining? Oh, so LeBron ain't whining when he's talking his shit? Jay-Z and Beyonce aren't whining when they literally are spouting, we're all in this together from their fucking mansions? That's not whining. Madonna isn't whining. It's like, man, y'all just seriously shut the fuck. We are all allowed to talk. This is the United States. This is America. We are all allowed to speak. This is the whole point of America. So it just makes no utter sense when y'all pull the dumb shit that you pull when you try to come at my channel saying I'm whining, because I'm going to call out everybody else. LeBron, Jay-Z, John Legend, his bitch-ass wife, they're not whining. They're literally in their fucking palaces. And they're not whining. Y'all seriously just... You consider us whining because we're not saying what you want to hear. And the thing is, I'm not going to. I'm never going to. I'm never going to be that person. I mean, you're going to have to kill me, because I am not going to be that person that's going to flip-flop or change my mind or any of that bullshit, because I know the truth. I've lived it. As I said, when Diana Goudot or whatever the fuck her name is tried to say that my truth is subjective. No, bitch, I lived it. I lived with the Klan burning the cross on our lawn. I know what real racism is. I have lived it being in relationships with psycho ass bitches thinking that they're allowed to be psycho just because they have tits and a pussy. I've lived that life. My truth isn't subjective. My truth is the shit really happens. And here's the thing, it ain't just my truth. Because just as I pointed out to you, I ain't the only one saying this. People who have thousands of followers are also saying it. And even they're not just saying it. People who are fucking rich and famous are saying the same thing I'm saying. So don't sit here and tell me the truth is subjective. There's only one truth. Period. Y'all just don't like to hear it. I'm a gamer. I'm a fucking gamer. Xbox, PlayStation, PC. This is literally my gaming laptop that I had put together for gaming purposes. My PC, which I'll update later, but RPGs, tabletop. Fantasy worlds, but this is the real world. I am a gamer and I live in the real world, the world of the real, as Morpheus said. But you fuckers, you motherfuckers, y'all want the blue pill. You want to stay linked to the Matrix. You are the people that we don't want the red pill. We don't want the truth. That's you. I don't care how painful the truth is. I want the truth. I don't give a fuck. Just like I asked the wife before she did the shit she did, the ex-wife. It's like, look, if you want to go, go. You want me to go? I'll leave. But just be honest. And she just kept lying. That's what confused everybody, family and friends. It's like, man, you kept asking for the truth. And all she did was lie. Again, I don't care how hurtful the truth is. I grew up in the era where it's sticks and stones, where we had thicker skin, where people, literally called me nigger all the fucking time. And were always trying to beat me up and everything else because of the fact I didn't live in a black neighborhood. So, and I still did what the fuck I wanted to do. I succeeded. I ended up owning my own business. I'm retired. I was able to retire at the age of 40, 41? Retire. Yes, I live off my disability. I still own my company, which basically one of the people that I basically have running it. So she's running it. So, but I own my own. I have a beautiful house that I fucking love. That my friends are like, damn, man, you got a nice house. So I've been retired. How many of you, like this Diana Goudot, I retired at the age of 40. Will you be able to say that? Huh? And I'm not talking about, because I don't know if she's rich. I don't know. She could be, a princess, Paris Hilton kind of shit. But I'm sorry, but I'm still going to call you out because I'll be like, bitch, it ain't your money. Or you could be married to somebody who's has money. Like, a few of my aunts married to some of my uncles that are multimillionaires. I've told them it ain't your money. It's his money. Well, we're married. That don't mean shit. He worked hard for it. He went to school for it. He earned it. You're just the wife. That is it. Same difference if it was a husband married to a woman who was rich. She did all the work. You're just the fucking husband. But see, I'm sorry. Again, me have been retired since the age of 40. Will you be able to say that? Most of the country, as a matter of fact, I've had friends that are like, Mark, most of pretty much everybody you know, except maybe rich people, like inherited rich. Other than that, as far as your normal friends, nobody else could say that. Nobody else is probably going to be retired by the age of 40. They're probably still going to have to work until they're like 65. So I think I had one of my friends that she retired from teaching, I think at 55. No, I think she's 60. I think she is 60. Which please don't get mad at me if I'm wrong about this, sweetheart. Please don't get mad at me. I know you're older than me, but I'm trying to remember by how much. But I think she is 60. But again, because even she pointed it out. She was like, most people cannot say what you've done. You've been retired since you were 40. So I've been retired 11 years. Most of the country can't pull that shit off. Most of the 99%, I mean. So I've lived my truth. I'm tired of young people who have never experienced anything. Because, you know, sweetheart, we could get on FaceTime or whatever, something like that, and we could have a debate. I'll post it. And I'm going to turn around and tell you what my truth is, the shit I've dealt with. And I already know for a fact you've dealt with nothing like mine. But you're going to do what you young people do. You're going to do what you young people always do. Well, it depends on how you interpret, you know, situations. Okay, well, if I were to pull up the situations I've been through, I wonder how you would handle it. Which, of course, the next argument is, well, I don't know what I would do because that's what you... It's always an excuse. They always want to talk shit, but when you confront them, they have every excuse they have possible to avoid. But anyway, this is Daisy Cousins. Fucking love her. Get into this.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. So in the wake of the current giant global problem that is bringing the world to its knees, much attention is being...
Now, mind you, China's racism must be called out. This was published April, basically almost a year ago, but it's still a current topic, meaning Black Lives Matter and all these people talking about Black lives. As Brandon pointed out in one of my previous videos, we live in the greatest country on this fucking planet. Period. Because Africa is a piece of shit. It is. We all know this. I don't know why everybody's trying to lie.
Given to China and the role it may or may not have played in the spreading of this problem. Now, while YouTube has recently said that it is
as the Hodge twins point out, it is the Chinese disease because it came from China. I'm sorry. I don't even know what. No, sorry, not sorry. I don't know why we keep. Oh, that's racist. Why? It literally came from China. Why is it racist to say that?
Okay to make videos mentioning the name of this giant global crisis, I don't 100% believe them. So, in the interest of not having this video potentially deranked, demonetized, or...
See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. They're worried about being demonetized and everything else. Yo, fucking YouTube, I don't give a fuck. I've been retired for 11 years, live a nice, comfortable life. I don't understand why you people think meaning success is having a fucking mansion and shit. I'm sorry, I'm old school. My grandmother, God rest her soul, had a farm in racist-ass Virginia. Had a farm and was doing just fine. Raised her 9 kids, 8 boys, 1 female, my mother, and did just fine. Grandma hated the rich relatives that we had. She goes, I'm happy with what I got. I got my land. I got my house. I'm happy. But they would constantly, these rich relatives, would constantly try and throw it in our faces that they had money. So what? It's, you know, and the funny thing is, it's mostly Black people that for some reason think the only way you could say you made it is if you're actually rich or if you fake it. Whatever. I mean, but as I said, I'm from the real world, having a nice house, car, bills are paid. As a matter of fact, a lot of my family family have actually said I am rich. And I'm going, what are you talking about? Well, I live in a trailer park that I'm renting that's falling apart. You live in a beautiful house, have a car, your pets, your bills are paid, all your it's like you're rich compared to us. Okay. I guess from your perspective, okay, I guess I would be considered rich from your point of view. But I'm not going to apologize for the cards I was dealt and the blockades that were put in front of me that I either pushed through, went over, went under, went around, whatever I did within the system. See, that's the whole thing about hustling. I didn't need to hustle. I just knew how to play the game. I didn't need to hustle. Hustling to me means lie, cheat, and steal. That's what hustling means. I didn't need to do any of that. And I retired at 40. I didn't need to lie, cheat, and steal, hustle. I just was me. If that ain't enough for you to get by, that's your fucking problem.
Deleted, I am going to continue to refer to what we all know I'm talking about as the beverage bug.
See what I mean? A lot of them, except for like the Hodge twins and shit, it's like, fuck y'all. It's the Chinese virus because it comes from China. Yeah. Sorry. I don't give a fuck. YouTube and you leftist and whatever. I don't give a fuck about hurting your feelings. It's the truth. It came from China. Get over it.
There has been a lot of increasingly fearless commentary about the culpability of China in the rapid spread of this bug and all of the things it did wrong. We know now that China lied. Whistleblowers who tried to warn the rest of the world what was happening in late 2019. We also know that while they claim to have handled the virus exceedingly well, a large number of testing kits they sent ever so magnanimously to countries like Spain and Turkey didn't actually work. We know that given the pattern of infection and loss of life in other countries, that there is a reasonable likelihood that China is lying about the truth.
Well, that's definitely true. I don't even understand for people who claim that they don't trust the government when it comes to this virus, y'all trust the government. Oh my God, they said that this many people died. You do realize who's giving the test, right? Corrupt hospitals that want extra funding. We know that to be true. We know that they were flubbing the numbers just so they could get extra funding. We know that to be fact. So that's not subjective. We know this to be fact. I mean, I was almost killed during one of my routine surgeries, and the doctor says it was just an accident. But doctored, part of my pun, doctored the actual report to protect themselves. I didn't even know this because I didn't read the report. My primary did. My primary goes, everything you just told me, that's not what's written here. I was like, excuse me? And he read what they had written, and it basically said, oh, yeah, after the surgery, oh, yeah, while he was recovering, we discovered that we punctured his lung. Whoa, that's not what happened. They sent me home saying I was just fine. He goes, well, you need to get this paperwork fixed just in case you need to sue them. So sure enough, I went, I asked, hey, politely, can y'all fix this paperwork? I get the paperwork. Second set. It still lied. This point, I went to patient advocate. And I was like, I don't want to accuse them of lying, but here's the first copy. Here's the second copy. Each one of them still lies about what actually happened. They punctured my lung. They didn't detect it. They sent me home, and I almost fucking died. I want the paperwork to say the right shit. So, sure enough, the patient advocate says, well, they fixed the paperwork. The doctor wants you to come upstairs so he can talk to you. So sure enough, I go upstairs, and he goes, it was just an honest mistake. We weren't trying to lie. And I was like, it's not like we were really trying to kill you. It was just an accident. I said, I understand, but I'm real big on the truth, and the paperwork needs to be right. So again, but my friends, also fellow veterans, were like, Mark, there's no way they make a mistake like that. There's no way they fucking make a mistake like that twice. It's like bullshit. They were trying to lie and cover their ass, and were hoping that it wouldn't be caught, that they wouldn't be caught. So you expect me. I was born military, raised military, married to military, was military. You expect me to believe that the government doesn't lie? I don't know any of my veteran friends that are like, oh my God, the government tells the truth. But for the coronavirus, y'all really believe that they've been telling the truth? Again, who's taking the test? You really believe, you trust these people? Oh my God, you got it. You trust them? Now, I know that there have been friends that have, and there are some that are still sick. But again, are we sure it's from that? Because it could be the flu. It could be meningitis. I mean, we do have a lot of other major fucking, diseases and shit that hit El Paso because of the fucking border. And I may be considered a racist for saying this, but this is coming from my Mexican family that I was married to that were literally telling me this. This is basically a third world country considered still here in El Paso because of fucking Juarez, Mexico. This is from Mexicans saying this. So again, you believe, you trust the government that it might just be a strong bout of the flu. It might be a case of walking pneumonia, which I've almost died from twice. It might be a case of meningitis. Could be Zika. We actually have that quite a bit around El Paso. So again, you trust the government? You trust these hospitals that literally, we all are in agreement that they add shit to bills. They've done it to me. Added shit that they knew it was supposed to go through the VA, but ended up charging me. Again, why in the fuck are y'all trusting the government? I don't think this shit is as bad as it is. Why is it that they've silenced other experts in this field? Experts in the field of diseases and such, and doctors who are in this field. Why have they silenced them? They're experts too. They've got the degrees and the school time put in and the practice time. Why is it that the government has gone out of their way to silence these other experts and doctors? Why are you people so stupid to believe the government?
True number of cases it ended up having. And we
already know China lied. You don't think the United States isn't going to lie?
No, that while in locking down Wuhan, Beijing forbade travel from that area to the rest of China, it did not ban travel from that area to the rest of the world, enabling the beverage bug to race across the globe.
And you don't think China didn't do this shit on purpose? China literally was locking up their own people. They had bodies in the streets. This is all true. So they locked down Wuhan from the rest of China, but didn't lock it down from those people traveling outside to the rest of the world. And y'all don't think that they did this shit on purpose? to fuck with the economies of the United States and other Western countries? Because China didn't really shut anything down. Y'all know that, right? Not their government-wise, not their industry. They didn't. Huh.
Health and economic havoc everywhere.
So we shut down our country. They didn't shut down theirs. So we lost money, funding, jobs. They didn't.
It went. Needless to say, China is very much in the bad books of an awful lot of countries at the moment. However, there is another rather damning story coming out of China, which has developed over the past few weeks and is now gaining traction in the Western media. That is, tales of discrimination and racism against African expats living in the Chinese city of Guangzhou. But look, before we go any further, I would like to make it abundantly clear that in this video, when I say the word China, I am referring to China, the nation state, and to the Chinese Communist Party. I am not referring to the Chinese people themselves. This has nothing to do with them. I am also not saying that all Chinese people are racist. I am simply reporting what is going on in
but no. They're pretty racist. They're pretty fucking racist. Not just Chinese, but Filipinos, Asians in general are pretty fucking racist. They really are. Y'all can get mad at me all you want because I grew up with them too. And they were pretty damn racist. They were dropping the N-word way more frequently than most white people. So, I mean, I've even had people, I don't remember that I was racist. Some of my Filipino acquaintances that I grew up with. I don't remember being racist, but if I was, I apologize for it. It's like, dude, you were racist as fuck. You don't remember one of the times I whipped your fucking ass because you just kept dropping the N-word and all this other shit. You don't remember that? Because I remember it. I remember whipping your ass. But you don't remember that?
Zhao and all the circumstances leading up to it. So to any YouTube reviewer who may or may not be watching this, I am absolutely not bagging out the Chinese people, just the powers that be and the policies that have been implemented. Moving on. Anyway, since early April, videos have been appearing online of African people living in Guangzhou, including a number of students being harassed by police, refused entry to restaurants and stores, and even
because in China, they were saying that it was, even though it was from China, we're trying to say that these Africans were basically spreading the disease.
Being forced to live on the streets.
Nigeria and China is suffering. It's a pity. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lucas, the citizens of Nigeria are suffering in China. Ordinary China here. They are wickeding us here in China. No house. You can't enter your room. You can't enter your house. You can't enter anywhere in China. Men are streets. People are outside. Too much cold. Too much problem. What a country is this? Which kind of country is this, man? Oh my God.
Y'all really thought you were going to go to communist China and what? I hate to tell you, from you expatriates, basically expats from Africa, you went to communist China. It's not the United States. It's not France. It's communist China. What did you think was going to happen? I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just pointing out the truth. What did you think was going to happen in communist China?
Why? Because of fears that a new increase in beverage bug cases in the area brought in from overseas is largely the fault of the African community in the city, specifically in the...
Even though it came from China, somehow or another, it's going to be the Africans that are spreading it.
textile hub known as Little Africa. This is despite the fact that there is no evidence to suggest that the beverage bug is disproportionately represented in the African community.
Or any race.
In fact, of the 111 cases in Guangzhou that have come from overseas, only about 16 of them were people from Africa. 5 of the cases from Africa were linked to a single restaurant in the Little Africa district, while the vast majority of cases were Chinese nationals returning home. Nevertheless, the stigma that it's all the fault of the Africans has persisted. Now, anti-African sentiment in China is not new. It goes back decades, which has made it all too easy for authorities in the city to...
Actually, it doesn't go back decades. China has been xenophobic forever. We want to keep China pure. We don't want anything to be connected with the Western world. China thought they were better than India. I mean, this is ancient history. China has been xenophobic throughout its history, period. This is known history. Why are y'all surprised today? This is literally known history that China has been xenophobic, period. Even Marco Polo, in the stories of Marco Polo going to China, they have been xenophobic. The Indians, the Hindu Indians, they've been talking about it in their history of how xenophobic China has been against the... China has been xenophobic, period. And the purity of the Chinese race, period. Throughout their history. Again, why are y'all surprised by this? This is, oh my God.
Fan this xenophobia.
Y'all need to stop burying your heads in the sand. Y'all need to stop doing la la la. Y'all need to stop doing that because it's shit you don't like. Who gives a fuck if you like it? It's the truth. Suck it up and move on. This is what, oh, you sound like you're bitching. I'm bitching because you motherfuckers are weak. Y'all are weak. Y'all are the ones that are fucking destroying everything with your weakness. You're upset about books. You're upset about a potato head. It's like, grow the fuck up. Why are y'all so fucking weak? This is the real world.
Big thinking. The catalyst for this particular bout of discrimination was around the start of April, when a rumor started circulating online that 300,000 Africans allegedly living in Guangzhou were responsible for a second wave of infections. The rumor was later proved to be false. This was coupled with an incident of a Chinese nurse allegedly being attacked by a Nigerian man at a hospital as he attempted to evade quarantine. The man had arrived in the city on March 20th, tested positive for the beverage bug, and was receiving treatment at the hospital. However, he decided to make a run for it, and when the nurse tried to stop him, he reacted with physical aggression. Photos of the nurse's face got a huge amount of attention on Chinese social media.
Again, hate to tell you, these Africans treat women. Again, I don't understand how people in the United States, in the Western world, are surprised about how people from other countries react. Men from Africa feel women are it doesn't matter what race they are. They feel women are a weaker species, period, and should be below a man. So for her to try and stop him, to him is like, how dare this woman try to stop me? Didn't matter he was in her country. Doesn't matter to these people. They are literally invading. I don't give a fuck the refugee status bullshit. Why are they, if Africa is so great, why are they leaving it to go to other countries? How does this make any sense? Africa, the motherland, is so great, but they're leaving it going everywhere else. If it's so great, fucking stay there. Oh my God. Again, y'all are surprised that he assaulted a woman when he's from Africa, where Africans feel that the women are below them. Y'all are surprised by this?
Media in the form of thousands and thousands of racist comments against African people. There were calls for the deportation of all African immigrants. They were compared to animals. They were called dirty, along with general calls for a cleanup of a city that is littered with blacks. Now,
again, you're surprised by this? Oh my God. You're surprised that China is racist when it's been xenophobic forever, period. Throughout all of its history, it's been xenophobic. You're surprised that an African man would assault a woman. Y'all keep getting surprised by facts, stuff that has been known throughout history, even ancient history. This has been known. This is fact. But you people are so busy burning books and trying to destroy the past. These people are not getting rid of their past. It's you dumbass Westerners, social justice warriors that are doing it. Everyone else, these Muslims, these people are coming here. They're not getting rid of their past. They're not getting rid of their culture. These people are coming into the United States with their whole belief that women are even below the dog. I don't see you social justice warriors going after them. And you need to free your woman. She needs to be able to drive and have rights and go to school. I don't see y'all doing that. No, because, but it's their culture. It's okay. It's okay. But it's not their culture anymore. It's their culture here in the United States. So they need to change to our culture. It's funny how you want to change our culture to suit whatever SJW bullshit y'all want, but they get to keep their culture? That literally goes against everything that you're trying to say. You're equality for women. Their women are treated less than a dog. Why aren't you saying any? Oh no, we don't hear what you're saying. No, but we don't hear what you're saying. These people, oh my God, you SJWs need to go away because you can't make up your mind. Choose a path and fucking stay on it. If you're gonna call out one thing, call it out across the board. Y'all are just the most fake fucking people ever.
Obviously, the incident involving that poor nurse is absolutely vile and should be roundly condemned. However, projecting that fury onto all Africans living in Guangzhou would seem wildly misguided to say.
Well, that's not misguided because that's part of their culture. You're projecting it on all of them because that is their culture. Women are a lesser species. So if it wasn't him, it would have been any other African. Guarantee you, because that is their culture.
The least. Nevertheless, it was after this incident, plus the now debunked rumor about 300,000 black people spreading a new wave of the bug, that a new order was implemented by Guangzhou authorities. This order, made on April 9th and announced by a city official, specified that all people from African countries must be quarantined for 14 days, starting from that day, regardless of their previous circumstances, travel history, or how long they have been in Guangzhou.
But if Donald Trump had to, because this was 2020, April, if Donald Trump would have done that, quarantining people, oh my God, he's a racist. But every other country gets to do it, right? China gets to do it. And LeBron, you didn't say anything about that. That's racism. But you were quiet because, obviously they're putting money in your pocket.
If the African citizens in question lived in Guangzhou, they could be isolated at home, but a device would be installed on their front doors, which would alert authorities if that door were opened. In addition, the order stated that those who did not have somewhere to live would have to spend 2 weeks in isolation at a designated hotel at their own expense. This kind of order was not implemented for any other racial community living in the city. However, rather than enabling African citizens to safely quarantine, a number of landlords made the decision to kick out their African tenants without notice, even though they had paid their rent and had had no complaints against them. Not only that, despite the order making it very clear that African people could quarantine in hotels, the hotels are refusing to take them for fear that they could spread the bug. So with no housing and no hotels, there are multiple reports now of African people being forced onto the streets and sleeping under bridges, including pregnant women.
Huddled on cobbled streets with layers of clothing to generate heat under the cold skies of Guangzhou City. This is the new way of life for Africans living in China.
Where's LeBron? Where's LeBron,
The very color of their skin now means trouble, screaming of sickness to natives who bear a different skin tone from them. Africans have become subjects of racial profiling. Chinese nationals blame them for the rising number of new coronavirus cases in the country.
They didn't want me to enter the subway. I had even bought my ticket that was 4 yuan. And by the time I was going to the subway, they stopped me and then they told me that no foreigner is allowed. And I was like, why? This is a subway. Then they say that that is the rule. Then who am I to argue with the locals? I complied.
Brenda not
Again, LeBron, why you fuck this? This was back in April of 2020. If I see injustice, I'm gonna speak out. Well, none of you BLM supporting motherfuckers spoke out against that racism, did you? Did you? So you're full of shit. All of you are fucking lying pieces of shit.
her real name has been living in China since 2017. Earlier this week, she was kicked out of her home without any explanation. And just like any other person in a foreign country, the embassy is usually the next resort. For her, it was the Kenyan embassy.
I didn't have a place to go. I had to sleep outside. Yes, I did sleep outside.
She reached a dead end after 2 days of sleeping outside the embassy, a situation that many like her from other African nations have found themselves in.
But y'all have no problem attacking the United States. You have no problem attacking the United States for, oh, America's never been great. But you're not going after any of these other countries. Not China, not Africa. Again, if Africa's so great, why aren't all of you who have money, billionaire Oprah, millionaire LeBron, why are y'all not going to Africa? Why are you not taking your million? Y'all hate America so much, right? Why are you not taking your millions of dollars and going to Africa? Because you already know what will happen. You already know what will happen. These African warlords would fucking come in there, steal and rape, take fucking Beyonce for their own property and shit. Y'all are y'all. Again, I cannot believe a damn thing that you motherfuckers say because you're full of shit. You call out injustice here when there is no injustice. Outright injustice in Africa. In China, you're silent about. Just, yeah, I'm done with this video. It doesn't need to continue anymore. But I'm just pointing out the fucking hypocrisy of you SJWs, you BLM supporters. Y'all are all fucking evil. You're evil, you're hypocrites, you're pieces of shit. Jeez.